What is up, killers? Kevin today, back with a brand new episode of 5 new console mods to hit the Bethesda.net website this week. This is going to be episode 549 within my series, but without further ado guys, let's just jump straight into the video. Nightingale Pride, coming in at 24.2 megabytes of a download, a port from the nexusmods.com. This is a high resolution and lore-friendly retexture of the Nightingale's bow and blade to do with the vanilla base game. Changes them up very nicely indeed. Mainly changes the hilt of the blade to give it more of a demonic look with the red pieces within the center of the hilt. Then followed upon that is going to give those blue crystals slightly scattered around the actual main part of the bow. Overall fitting in very nicely indeed, and I do believe the other textures scattered around the bow are going to be themed with the Nightingale, and also as well circumferencing the whole bow makes it look very nice indeed. Beautiful textures, and let me tell you guys, the video on screen now probably does not do it justice. If you're a fan of these two weapons, or maybe just one of them, either, this one would be a great one to add to anyone's lore-friendly game. 7,000 Steps of Akaviri, The Lost Akaviri Part 2. We covered the first one on the channel quite some time ago, but it was nice to see that they followed up with a Part 2. This one is bigger than ever. This one is only coming in at 616.5 kilobytes of a download, 5 times higher than the Throat of the World. Now, just as a little warning guys, before you jump into this, a lot of people are complaining and mainly saying they have issues and so on and so forth. Personally, didn't stumble into too many. There was glitchings to do with some of the armors, the custom armors that are located within this particular one, and also as well sort of glitching or clipping up the stairs if I was sprinting too fast. So obviously as a caution for you guys jumping into this mod, take your time when doing it. Plenty of content to be discovered within this one too. 7,000 actual steps are within this particular mod. It is insane. Now, to start this particular one, the set location is going to be on screen now. Right next to the standing stone between there, Riverwood and Whiterun is going to be this particular location. Head up to the themed area via the boat. It should send you up there. Now, when you get up there, you'll probably be prompted with loads of different doors. Now, this is, I do believe, kind of intended to be of somewhat a small puzzle. You will need to find a certain door that will enter the set location that you will be then continuing this particular journey. Once upon in there, climb the stairs, and the different stairs there will be different tier levels of enemy. Once upon killing those ones, you will get higher and higher and higher to the final part of this particular mod. Now, I'm not going to spoil too much, but if you want to see a full mini mod showcase of this one should be heading out to the channel very shortly. I will keep you guys posted when that will be live, but I was a little bit baffled of what happened to the end in my experience. Not too sure if it happened to anyone else, but I'd like to know, and I'd like to know your feedback once that video is out and you do see the full of it. If not, just see the end of it, just to get a full grasp of what I'm on about in this particular clip. But overall, a ton of work has been put into this, and I thoroughly did enjoy part 2 and cannot wait to see the beautiful aesthetics and playthrough for the part 3, if there is going to be one. The great city of Ivarstead, coming in at 12.5 megabytes of a download, a port from the nexusmods.com. Ivarstead is a small community at the foot of the Throat of the World, Skyrim's tallest and holiest mountain. It is at the throat of the world where the breath of Cain, the warrior of Shore, form the race of men. Near speak of the lies of the High Rothman, home to the Greybeards. But that all put aside, this great town does need a little bit more life breathed into it. This particular mod does step in and take that role. This one has been added a few other different farmhouse structures with some buildings from Riften and 3 new custom structures. A Hall of Cain has been added. There is a priest and monks followers to the old way of Cain instead of other different vanilla based things, and also to who those wear Shadow of Cain, there is a new shop of one of the bridges had been replaced too. Overall, I think this is a very nice addition guys. As I say, as always, if you do like the look of these particular mods, it's worth getting them yourself to get a full experience, as these are going to be short clippets and snips of what you can expect from mods. DawnBreaker Bow 1.1, coming in at 1.8 kilobytes of a download. The description of this one is pretty simple. This mod allows you to use DawnBreaker to build a very powerful bow, slightly stronger than the Dragonbone bow within the game, with the DawnBreaker enchantment wrapped around and encompassed with this bow. The requirements for this one are going to be a Daedric smithing perk, and this particular bow can be found and forged within any forge within the miscellaneous section. It does require the DawnBreaker to make this particular bow, and also as well the smithing perk is to require 2 of ebony, and to upgrade this particular bow ebony is required as well. So if you're going to get both, you might as well get smithing perks of Daedric ebony to fully kit this particular bow out. 2 different ways of making this bow, but 2 different variants are going to be exactly the same, but 2 different variations of making the bow within this mod. Wizard's Tower, coming in at 6.6 megabytes of a download, a port from the nexusmods.com. This is a legendary edition port for the player's home Wizard Tower. This particular player home is located near Falkreath. It has a lot of storage, mannequins, weapon racks, and a full forge along with alchemy, enchantment tables, and has a treasury too. Teleportation pads are going to be scattered around this particular location, and overall a brilliant new and interesting player home. Kind of reminds me of a own encompassed sort of little College of Winterhold kind of feel. It's really weird, but that's what the nostalgia I'm getting from this particular player home. A very nice one indeed. So guys, that's the end of this episode. This has been episode 549 within my series. Guys, if you did enjoy it, I'd very much appreciate a like on the video. It does help me out an awful lot. If you're new around here too, why not consider clicking that little subscribe button right next to it as well. There is going to be a bell icon. If you click that, you should get a notification in some way, shape or form every single time I post a video like this to the channel. But guys, until the next one, this has been Killerkev, and Killerkev out.